Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the High Moving Podcast, and I gotta say, NBA in-season tournament day one, pretty good, very entertaining, some exciting basketball. Teams were competing, competitive, and I know other teams gotta play, but so far, not bad, right? And I'm gonna talk about the Golden State Warriors, man. This team is older. It's one of the older teams in the NBA. Obviously, Steph Curry is 35? He'll be 36 during this NBA season. Draymond Green, he'll be 34. Klay Thompson. But, they are 5-1 leading the West, right? And they had a great showcasing against the OKC Thunder, and very back and forth game, very competitive and stuff like that. So it was cool, right? But I'm surprised about the Golden State Warriors in terms of the level of play and where they're at 5-1. They're only lost to the Phoenix Suns, but as a Suns fans, I can see the Suns are looking pretty fraudulent. Okay, but Golden State, they're right there. They're coming. Is the Golden State Warriors at this point second best team in the West? They're not there. They've been winning their games and they're balling. And Steph Curry, another 30-point game. I'm not surprised. Steph Curry's type of game can age well, right? And you look at the Western Conference standings, they're 5-1. They're keeping pace with Denver. The Mavericks are right there 4-1. The Pelicans, surprisingly, 4-1. It's looking good. This might be the most competitive season we've seen in a long time in terms of a regular season this early out the gate that we're getting. And so far the NBA season is hitting on all cylinders, and this has been very, very good to watch. Man, before the season started, everyone was like, okay, you know what? At least for the Western Conference, okay, Denver is the favorite. I still think the favorite. On the Eastern Conference, Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the case. That is not the case. I know we're only a few games in, but you have the Boston Celtics at number 1 in the Eastern Conference. You got the 76ers at number 2, obviously at 3-1. And speaking of the 76ers, I'm gonna say this. 76ers are my dark horse favorite to come out the Eastern Conference. I like the 76ers. I thought that they were better off without James Harden with the elevation of Tyrese Maxey. And he's been living up to, honestly, not even living up, but just kind of filling that void of not having James Harden, right? If the Sixers still had James Harden will still be on ice, and Maxey is taking that next step, that next push. I expect him to be an all-star this year. He is one of the best point guards in the Eastern Conference, so he should be an all-star. Man, this has been a really good season so far. I know only 4 games in. As a Suns fan, I'm not happy with the Suns, but in terms of just a general basketball fan, very entertaining, really exciting basketball. This is good. Look at the amount of 3-2 teams. The Spurs. I haven't had a chance to talk about Wembanyama, but he is definitely living up to the number 1 pick overall. And we'll see going forward with the San Antonio Spurs, right? But just with the first week in the books of the NBA season, I gotta say I'm very impressed. I like the in-season tournament. I like the added incentives, and I think the in-season tournament, I know there was a lot of people that were against it. I was for it, because a lot of teams aren't going to be able to compete for a championship, right? But if you can't, the in-season tournament is a potential that you can win. Okay, and honestly, if you're able to win the in-season tournament and win a championship, then it's like, yo, we were the best team in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Bar none. We dominated, we won the in-season tournament, and we won the championship. It's cool. It gives teams that probably won't have a shot at winning the championship, it gives them an additional incentive to play for. Call it a gimmick, whatever you want to call it, but I think it works. And we got a lot of good basketball games out of it, and I liked it a lot. But So far, though, in-season tournament is success. Golden State Warriors surprisingly looking like the one, if not the top two teams in the West, second best team in the West. Steph Curry leading the way. I mean, listen, I got to start saying Steph Curry MVP considerations at this point. If he's going to keep up this pace and play like this, really good basketball, man. So let me know what y'all think about the NBA in-season tournament and the Golden State Warriors being 5-1, right? I did not see this team being 5-1 already and looking like the second best team, if not the number one team in the Western Conference. So anyways, guys, thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.